Saturday. I just filmed the whole video and watched it, and I was like this, just talking, and like the whole video was at my mouth. So hopefully I can get it right this time. I'm still getting used to everything about this. But today it's about road rage, and I have plans on doing stuff about exercise. I think that's important, but I'm also all about general health, you know, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, and it's all connected. But today's talk about road rage. I think that this is a really important discussion that nobody really has. We all know that, and I'm not really looking up at the camera because that light is just so bright. But we all have the four-wheelers, right? All day, every day. Well, sometimes you get lucky and you don't have them, you know, if you're running wild. But we're on a dedicated run, and it's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy all the way through. Well, I'd say 2/3 of it. But anyway, I want to talk about how four-wheelers, people who have not been truck drivers, just are plain ignorant. They can't help it. They don't know. The driver educations that are available and given, they don't talk about the trucker safety, how to drive properly around trucks. They don't understand proper following distance. What? Sorry, talking to Rodney. Anyway, they just don't know. I'm sure you've talked to your friends and family about driving around trucks, and they still don't know. And I mean, I'm gonna admit, I've been pretty cynical in the past. I've gotten to the point where, you know, somebody brings up, oh, you're a truck driver, and they'll say something, and you're like, yeah, right. You're just as bad as all of the rest, you know, in your head. But that's terrible. That's horrible. You can't do that. Anyway, oh, and I was thinking today when I was driving about what it was like before I was a truck driver. Like when I was a teenager and I had no clue. Oh man, I feel awful now. A couple instances I remember. But I wish there was a way we could spread the word. Anyway, so next thing I want to talk. Oh, so these people. Also, the people in general, when they're in big groups, and like rush hour is a good example of like the mob mentality. So it happens in places like I don't know, just big crowds of people. That mob mentality that you hear about. They do things that they normally wouldn't do on their own or in small groups, but then you put them together and they start acting completely crazy. And I know you see it every day. But we need to be the professionals. We are the professionals, and we have to overlook that, and we have to give them extra space. You just never know what they're gonna do, right? Anyway, what's next on my list here? Oh, yeah. So I'm going to talk about why it's important that we care about getting angry and that rage. I think it's important that you keep in mind that, like, okay, the odds are stacked against you. Number one, you are being picked on. You are being picked on. Number two, if you're a truck driver, you're sleep deprived. So you have that. And then also you're isolated. You're really isolated in this truck, man. You're out here weeks, months on end. You're away from your family, you're away from your friends, you know. It changes a person when you're isolated like that. I'm sorry if it's bouncy because we are going down the road. Anyway, yeah, I've gotten to really dark places before in my mind. It can make you sort of depressed even at times if you let it. because you start just feeling like everybody is so selfish. You feel like everybody are there any good people out here? You know? But we can't think like that, because they are good. It's just you don't know their situations. And anyway, also, let's see what else. Oh, so back to what I was talking about. All these things are stacked against you. Sleep deprived, isolation, you're getting picked on. And so, like, you get angry, right? You're mad. Well, that anger, I mean, especially when it's real spikes of rage, that gives you adrenal fatigue. You know, that's that fight or flight, and it triggers those hormones. So you're getting cortisol. I mean, that could lead to weight gain too. I mean, this is opening a whole new bag. It can give you more sleep issues. It gives you anxiety, depression. We need to find tools to fight this stress, the response that you're having to these people, because they don't care about you. They've forgotten about you. I remember one day recently, actually, I was upset because I have been upset for several hours, and I know that's not what God's wills, for me to be upset at somebody who did something 2 hours ago, who's not even thinking about it now, and never understood in the first place. Why should I let myself be upset when this person isn't even thinking? They've moved on. They don't even care. So why should I let that bother me? Anyway. So yeah, back to the adrenal fatigue. When you have some time, Google the effects of anger on the body and adrenal fatigue, and you will see this is like major stuff. You're looking at heart problems, looking at like long-term health problems caused by stress, like chronic stress and anger. It's bad. But here, let's see. I've got, where'd you go here? I have this funny little, sorry, I'll find it in a second. I got this thing at the dollar store. Here it is. I'll show you the front first. There's my dollar store special. Okay, so I keep these up there. So this one is: a fool gives full vent to his anger, but a wise man keeps himself under control. Proverbs 29:11. And a man's wisdom gives him patience. It is to his glory to overlook an offense. Proverbs 19:11. And there's more than this. I mean, this is just Proverbs. Better a patient man than a warrior, a man who controls his temper than one who takes the city. Anyway, I keep these Bible verses in here. Anyway, I'm on a mission to memorize some. In fact, I was thinking about sharing the one, like this week's Bible verse. I do it on my Facebook, or our Facebook, where every week you memorize Bible verse, and I post the Bible verse. It's actually the book Joshua Code, so we're in the 10th week. I think I'll do that. Here. The fruit, okay, this is totally off topic, but oh well. Okay. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Galatians 5:22-23. If you care to join me in memorization, I'm going to start doing that on Mondays. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. But, yeah, so for your health, all around mental, physical, and spiritual health, we need to find tools to deal with this anger. Whether it's going to Bible verses like I do, if you just stay in your prayer closet, or if, you know, what are you listening to? Are you listening to like pump me up workout music? You're jamming out. I mean, that might not be helping you. That might be pumping you up into like a mode. You need to maybe think of some other music to listen to, or maybe a talk show, NPR, I don't know. Anything but, you know, pump you up music. I find that makes the situation worse. Anyway, drive safe, have a good Saturday. I'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.